Facebook is going to start blocking clickbait headlines. This comes from an article at Vox.com. They say, quote, "We've heard from people that they specifically want to see fewer stories with clickbait headlines or link titles. People will see fewer clickbait stories and more of the stories they want to see higher up in their feeds." So this is a change that Facebook is going to start implementing, but there are a couple concerns about this moving forward. They're worried because this could cause God, this is a hard word to say.
Misconstrued.
But we're not going to cut this. I'm gonna say it because I'm an intelligent woman. Consternation. Consternation? Is that right, Mom?
Consternation amongst news sites.
Yeah. So people are concerned.
Your mom.
Pretend like that didn't happen. So people are concerned because this might cause consternation among news sites, and this actually causes a significant amount of Facebook's traffic to come to the website. And the new system is going to be a little bit different because Facebook plans to keep its rules for identifying what a clickbait title is secret. So companies won't know. They'll have to sort of toe the line and make sure they don't get flagged. Now, Vox.com, where we found this article, as I mentioned in my wonderful introduction previous to this, says that what they would suggest is maybe just rewriting the headlines instead of just flagging them and making them disappear, because that would, cause some issues with the traffic. They're saying instead, why not try rewriting the headlines? And they actually said that news aggregator TechMeme has been rewriting its headlines since 2013. So this is a method that has worked before. And you're probably thinking, how could Facebook, possibly rewrite all these clickbait titles? They say they could hire a small team and have them focus on the stories that are widely shared and have the most egregious headlines.
Here we go.
And they could just ask their users to flag the clickbait headlines, and then they would get reviewed by Facebook staff. Now, I really like this story, as Hassan knows. Before we started taping, I was very excited about it. And I think that I get really tired of clickbait headlines, so I like that we are making a change.
So.
Don't break me down, man.
No. This is, as you know, you may or may not know this, but this is basically my job. Like, I am one of the people in charge of optimizing on the Facebook platform. We grow the Facebook page. I create original content exclusively for Facebook, and then sometimes also for YouTube. And this directly affects my job. And Facebook is constantly shifting their algorithm, and they actually test it out in public like months ahead of its release. So like this has probably been ongoing already. So if you haven't really experienced anything, or if you feel like your consumption has improved in some way, shape, or form, it's probably because it's working. It's probably because they've been doing it. They have a history. So the secret
algorithm is working.
So it's not a secret algorithm. So that's the one thing that we always assume with tech companies, is that like everything is backed by algorithm. It's like a machine. It's a robot in charge of everything. It's not. It's usually people. And that's the very interesting thing that came out last, like a couple months ago, about Facebook when they had this news trend editorial team.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember. And they were dictating what got viewed more. And this upset a lot of people. They were like, I can't believe they're doing this. We thought it was an algorithm. We thought it was a free market economy. It's not. Because they're trying to improve. Like, they have every right to do it. They're legally allowed to do it. They're a private company. It's not a government.
Right. Facebook isn't a government, thank God.
No, even though they have more active users than most governments on the planet. I know.
That's why I was saying. I was like, oh man, we're close.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they have more people than most governments combined. Mark Zuckerberg, in and of itself, he could be a dictator if he wanted to, a very successful one. But that's beside the point. Now, what's really interesting is that it's secret. What they're keeping is like what they view to be clickbaity titles is secret. It will probably inevitably get leaked because transparency is really important in these instances, because there's this weird tug of war between publishers and Facebook that's ongoing for a while now. They pay people to shoot live videos. They pay people to come to their platform. Like, Facebook has been actively trying to become like the video behemoth that it actually has successfully become, to fight YouTube and Google in this sense. And in that effort, they've brought a lot of publishers to their side because they have so much. They have so much widespread, like a massive audience that they offered to people. Like, my videos do much better on Facebook than they do on YouTube. Like, millions and millions and millions of people watch them. It's awesome. I love it, and that's why publishers work on Facebook.
I'm big on Facebook.
But the fact that it's a secret is a little sketchy, because like we always have the questions like, well, like, what are the free speech implications? Like, if this team of editors feel like a certain publication's opinions are not so great, would they be able to manipulate the guidelines into fitting the profile of that publication, therefore allowing them to be flagged and removed? Now that's that's scary, that's dangerous, and it really would affect the consumption, and it's nothing we've ever faced before. We've never had these restrictions because like what you can put on television is still in a lot of ways controlled by the government in one way, shape, or form to ensure that there's like transparency, to ensure that like you can, if you're a conservative or if you're a Democrat, you can see both opinions demonstrated on your TV set. Because of the secrecy in this instance, and because it's not controlled, we have no way of controlling like what guidelines you can set forward yet, and that will come inevitably. It's scary. It's scary to think of. And but to also take Facebook's side in this instance, they're not going to be targeting stuff like our content. They're not going to be like they're not going to be targeting BuzzFeed videos, for example, like 5 things that make America great. Let's say that's a video that we did, right? That you would consider that to be a clickbaity title. They're not talking about that. They're talking about, because I've read some of the guidelines that came out originally. This was like a couple months ago, and one of the things they were really annoyed by is the things that people get annoyed by, just like you mentioned yourself, like you won't believe what happens next. Like those are the type of things that they're trying to avoid because they feel like that affects consumer experience. They want to make sure it's as great as possible for you when you're on the platform. Now, I've talked for like 45 minutes on this instance, and I could go for another 45. I just want to hear what you think. Like, do you think this will affect your personal brand on Facebook? Do you think it'll affect Pop Trigger?
I was wondering when you'd ask. Hassan, I totally forgot when I pitched this story that you knew so much about how Facebook develops content and just Facebook stuff in general.
Doesn't develop it, but
because I kind of think that you just live here, and I forget that you do all the stuff for Facebook. So yeah, this was a fun thing to listen to for me. I really liked your PowerPoint presentation, and I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. No, I really did. I learned a lot, and he had a lot of views. Okay, I mean not like on these videos because he gets most of the views on Facebook, but he had a lot of opinions. I should say.
I would love to get more videos, more views on these videos.
We know.
Share them with your friends, guys.
Right. Yeah, let us know in the comment section below. What did you think of Hassan's PowerPoint presentation? I'm Grace Baldridge. This is Tom Piker. We'll see you next time
on Pop Trigger.